I went to the post office. I've got mail. 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 I haven't seen them from Miss Linda in a while. I've got mail, y'all. And I got a big box somebody sent me full of stuff. I'm going to be opening this up for y'all. I don't know what's all in here. But I got mail. I already see some stuff I like in here. I can't wait. Ooh, wee. I got mail, baby. I see so many wonderful faces and the places. I want y'all to be happy. I got mail. Hi. Hi, come on in. I'm a beehive. Perfect fit. It's the bumblebee effect. I got mail. Come here. We're going to open up this amazing stuff in this box. Oh my God, I can't wait to show y'all. I can't wait to show y'all. It's cold outside. It is cold outside, but I'm going to, this box is brought to me from, when I open it up, Miss Marsha McNeil done showed out for me today. Get in here. We're going to talk about passing for YT. Who passed for YT? Who been passing for YT? Gonna blow y'all mind. Kind of make sense why they name is their name. Kind of makes sense a little bit. Come on in here and get in here. We're going to do our Black History. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. We can talk about that orange buffoon in a little bit. Get in here. Yeah, so big here. Get on in here. I'm waiting on y'all. I'm waiting on y'all to get in here. That man yesterday, did y'all see the petrol stealing pedophile yesterday? Child. Honey, when he said they called him daddy, I just flatlined. I said, Lord, they called him daddy. He said they called him daddy. He was running their countries and they were calling him daddy till they got mad. Get in here. We finna have us a good time today. I told y'all I was ready. Honey, when you passing and you still got brown in you and you trying to pass. But you actually opening doors, Mama Warren. We're in places we didn't even know we were in, that we're in. And they don't want you to know that we're in it. And some of the people whose family passed for white was some of the nastiest people taught like Martin Luther King. I don't want to stay on this buffoon too long. But you know J. Edgar Hoover. That Hoover Dam. J. Edgar. The one that was working with the FBI to come against Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and stuff, on his daddy's side of the family, he half black. His family side, the kind that came from overseas. Yeah, the black people that have already did their heritage and traced it back, that he is their cousins. But I got one better than him. I'm going to tell you a story while I wait on these other people to come. Because when I drop these names, this one particular name, I'm going to blow your mind. But there used to be an actress. Her name was Rita Howard. Honey, she used to dance, honey, with Fred Astaire. She was half black. But that ain't the one. That ain't the one. That ain't what behooves me. The one that got my attention. The one that said, now look at God. He's making a way. Look at God. The one that took me to the rabbit hole is the one I'm going to save till I get some more people on him. But when you passing white, let me tell you a story about this man that decided that he was going to pass for white. He had two families, a black family and a white family. All right? His name was Ernest Tarango, and he was born 1882 to 1954 when he died in New Orleans. While he was in New Orleans, he used to do this little blackface stuff. He married a black woman. They had a daughter named Gladys. Well, Ernest got him a job working for the railroad. He worked, on the carts when you going back and forth, and the black, it was a job only black people could get. They come and serve you and give you your food and get you ready for your nighttime stay on the railroad. He was a butler. Well, he was going back and forth and back. He ended up in California. He liked California. Now, he would be gone sometimes. It wasn't strange, but he would still check in on his wife and his little girl Gladys, and which was black. But around 1912, he started studying law out in California. And in 1915, he passed the California bar. And he quit calling his daughter Gladys and her mama. They thought he had died. Miss Ryan done passed that bar. See, that's what happened to us. And so he was Creole, so he leveled up. He started working for the Creole community out there. He was a bankruptcy attorney. Met a white lady. Married her. Then he got on the phone and he said, Joe, what you doing? He said, brother, where you at? You don't call home your daughter, your wife. They making it, but we don't know where you at. He said, come out here in California and live with me and pass for white. I'm living white out here. Census say I'm a white man. I'm living good. So he goes on to make all this money, y'all. He married a white lady. He living a good life. His brother go out there and start living with him. He get his brother hooked up. His brother white now. Some about them Creole folks they can pass can't. Well, he dies in 1954. Gladys goes on. She marries. Gladys has 3 children, 6 grandchildren. One day, his sister tell Gladys, you know your father just died here recently. He was alive the whole time in California. He had a white wife. He had another family. She said, what? So I'm his sole heir? Did he have any kids by the white lady? No. Your Uncle Joe was his only brother, listed, so he's the heir. Gladys said, he's the heir. Yeah, he's a white man. They white out there. Gladys said, that's my daddy. And I want what's mine. She called her uncle. He says, no, that's his money. It was like $250,000. $250,000 back then was equivalent to about $2 million today in 1954. And so she takes her uncle to court. Judges start listening to it. The uncle had more to lose because you're going to about to mess around now and prove you's a black man and not white. So the uncle ends up dropping it. Gladys ends up getting her daddy's $250,000 estate. When passing pays off, it pays. But that's a proven fact. When a lot of black men level up, they leave black women behind. When they go pro, have a cute little girlfriend in college, but then they'll go level up and marry, or they think they're leveling up, and they'll go marry outside of their race. Well, I want to tell y'all another person that is black and helped us get in a place that we ain't been in before, Denise. How you doing, baby? Y'all ready for this one? Mama Joyce, you ready for me to drop this name? And then we're going to talk about the indentured servants, white slaves, a.k.a. indentured servants. Anybody want to hear the number one name I want to mention today? Put a 1 in the chat. It's good this morning. Honey, I had to go to the post office. We're going to open my gifts. Am I going too fast, Mama Joyce? You want me to open the gift? Y'all want me to open my gift? Y'all want me to slow up till I get more people? Y'all want to just keep moving, class? Because, you know, I got to do all my classes in session because, you know, Friday and Saturday, we might get snow and I can't get out the bed. You know, I might be crazy thinking, oh, God, it's snowing. I can't get everywhere. You know. Y'all ready? This person's name, he from Chicago. This person is from Chicago. This person is a big person now. This person is representing in a big way. But this person is black. I don't know how else to tell you. Let me just tell you before I drop the name, the story. So, there was this man and woman from Louisiana. I know. In 1910, Joe and Louise, the census reports, I'm giving you this so you can go look it up. In 1910, the census reports said that Joe and Louise were black in Louisiana. In 1910. They left Louisiana 2 years later and they moved to Chicago. The census report said that they were black. They were white. So from the last census report of 1910 in New Orleans, Joe and Louise was black. When they moved to Chicago from New Orleans, they put them as white people. Instantly, Joe and Louise started living as white people. 1920 census report says they are white. And they have a daughter named Mildred. This is how close it is to the person whose name I'm about to drop. Mildred ends up giving birth to a young man whose name is, who can guess it? Anybody want to guess before I tell you who Mildred's son is? I know I'm delayed. I can't wait. Is anybody gonna guess? Anybody? Please don't tell me my phone not stop. Every time Deacon Calvin come in, he make it. You want to know who Mildred's son is? Joe and Louise had a daughter. Their daughter name was Mildred. And Mildred had a son named Robert Francis, the Pope. Pope Leo. We done made it to the Catholic Church. The Pope, right now, over the Catholic Church, Leo is black. Yes, sir. That's right, Billy. Leo, whose name Robert Francis. You know that's how we do it anyway. Robert Francis, sit down somewhere. Robert. Baby Robert Francis is Buck. Bobby. Pope Leo. Leo, ain't nothing like Leo. Y'all remember Float on. Leo, the Pope from Chicago. Over there. Baby, is black. Mildred's boy. Direct descendant. His grandparents were black men and women. The grandmama was black, and the granddaddy was black. They were light-skinned Creole people out of Louisiana. And they could pass. They didn't ask to pass. What happened was, by the time they made it and started living in Chicago and the census went out, when they used to come around to your house and do the census reports, they came and they saw a white man and woman. So the census report put Robert and Louise down as white. So when Louise had a baby, Mildred, you the color of your parents. Used to be used the color of the mother. Child, we up there. I'm so proud of you, Robert Francis. I don't know what to do, Robert Francis, Leo. You had to do Leo. Leo was the number, Pisces and Leos and stuff. Baby, I'm so proud. I'm so proud, sister. I'm so proud of being my cousin, brother, friend. Y'all, we done. God can put you places. I'm telling you all, you have no idea. God can put you places. Who thought we weren't going to have a black pope? The Vatican, he's black. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're just getting into places that we ain't supposed to be in. Our names is being mentioned in places we ain't supposed to get in. Yeah, you passed. Thank you. Ginger Rogers after she left Fred Astaire. Thank you, Rita Haywood. One of them people lusted and loved Rita Haywood. Didn't know she was half black. J. Edgar Hoover's with his nasty, condescending self. Passed. He had black in him. And he knew it. And J. Edgar Hoover threatened his black side of the family. And he told them, if you ever tell that I'm connected to you all, I will unalive all of you. Some people hate what's in them so bad. He was just like imitation of life. Toward Martin Luther King and all the different people in line and telling the FBI to go and tell Malcolm X this and setting people up. Come on, 7th Ward. Thomas Jefferson, yes. There is so many people, just like they want to lie and tell you that there was not a black man on that $2 bill, that it was a print color. No, it wasn't. It really was a black man on that $2 bill. The same way they want to tell you that white people did not have white slaves. They couldn't call them slaves because they could not own them, but by monetary paper. They basically, like if you got a mortgage, they had them as lien holders. Poor white people had lien holders on them. Poor white people had lien holders on them. And they couldn't leave until their debts were satisfied. And then they could be free. But if they had nowhere to go, they had to live over there with us. And they were treated the same way. And they were really treated bad by the European white people who sold them into slavery. They could not be called slaves. No, not technically. But they were treated the exact same way. They were whipped. They were aped. They were whipped. You know, they were treated the same way. Everything. Slop. Not acknowledged, couldn't enter and out of some places because they didn't have money. Treated the same with a different name because they were not allowed to own them. However, they were allowed to put a lien hold on their heads. And guess who helped them do that? Did you say the conservative church? Well, you would be right. Well, who would have funked it? Yeah, you're right. Because, you know, the churches had slaves, right? And, you know, they did auctions and they held slaves in the bottom of the church, right? You know, while they were up there praising the Lord, they had us downstairs getting us ready, spraying us with hoses like we were cattle. Yeah, the church. The number one place, slave trading spot for slaves. And the white people also. And that's how they ended up. We know that. We talked about that. Doing sugar cane. They were right there with us. Skin burning up and everything. Why? Because they were all gathered. They didn't want them Irish people around them. I don't know what it is. I think Irish people more paler than anybody. I'm trying to figure out the color difference between Irish and European. I still don't see it. Maybe somebody can help me understand. Let me ask Google. What's the difference between an Irish and a European person? They look alike to me. Google, what's the difference between an Irish white person and a European white? Google, what's the difference between an Irish white person and a European white person? It won't let it speak unless I let AI tell me. AI, what's the difference between an Irish white person and a European white person?
An Irish person is a type of European, but with unique Celtic or Norse ancestry, culture, and history. The European category is broader, including many ethnicities like German, Italian, and Polish, so Irish identity is part of the larger European one.
I don't understand why did Irish people get put into Why was Irish people sold into slavery? Why was Irish people indentured servants?
Irish people became indentured servants due to English colonization, economic problems, and being forced to leave. Many sought passage to the Americas for plantation labor, exchanging their service for transportation, which was a way to get cheap labor before African slavery became common.
They were cheap labor before we got here. It's about money. No. Irish people are not black people, Billy Randall. No, they're not. You got Irish people whiter than European people. They were poor people. It's just like if you go right now to Europe, certain parts of it is the slums. Just like people are different in French part of the British government than there are the European, than they are over here, than there are France. France is very racist. But you just heard what they said. They are a part of the European, but they were on the poor end. And so therefore they were traded and used as cheap labor. And because they had to have somewhere to go and somewhere to live, they became indebted. When they became indebted, they became indentured servants. Yes, look it up. They have freckles, and all of them didn't look the same, Billy Randall, is what I'm trying to tell you. All of them, just like all Europeans don't look the same. We do know that the Moors colonized Europe. And that's how you ended up getting Italian people darker shades, because we kept mixing. But it was not based on that. We know about Vikings. Vikings were all different type of colors. Let's keep that in mind. You had black Vikings as well as white Vikings. But it was based on their money. And that's what it's based on right now, how the Agent Orange is using people. It's a money thing. And he's trying to destroy middle class. And France is one of the places anybody go visit, they say don't go back. They're very racist. They will act like they cannot even speak English until you talk about money. Hey, Mother Ruby Cross. And now that a lot of people are coming to realize that this man, the petrol stealing pedophile, he ain't for nobody if you ain't got no money. He don't care if you ain't giving it to him. He didn't care about Margarina. You know, we don't say real names over him. Marjorie Trader Joe thought she had some clout because she had gave him $5 or $6 million. He said she's a traitor. This lady right now that just gave him the Nobel Peace Prize, he was like, oh, I know, Miss Linnell, thank you. Yes. But they couldn't call them slaves because there's a difference between ownership. They couldn't own. And right now, it's about money. He got up there and said that he was running all these other countries until they got mad at him about Iceland. He said they was calling him daddy. Now they want to try to, what did I tell y'all? I said they are not going to impeach him. They're going to make him mentally or medically incompetent. I keep trying to tell y'all, it's like, if you know your history, I can show you where we are in history. We bought Alaska. That's why he wants to buy Greenland. We bought it from Russia. He's just history repeating itself. He wants to go over there talking about he want to put deportation on Indian mounds for what? Just because you landed a ship here don't mean you own it. Well, dummy, you talking about yourself with the lie with Christopher Columbus. And he didn't even discover. You can't discover when people are already here. No, You happenstanced here. You didn't discover nothing. And then let's talk about Cabbage Patch babies. Let's talk about the word Cabbage Patch. Who were the original inventors of Cabbage Patch dolls? They were dolls that were created by black nurses that took care of babies in an incubator. A lot of them were Irish or immigrant babies as well. And when they left with a doll that we couldn't brand. We couldn't do nothing with it. And they would put these babies on trains. And they would ship them to immigrate to orphanage with that little Cabbage Patch doll. We have had so many things that we don't even know terminology and why we were using them and taking them. These people that voted for Trump, a lot of them, I told y'all over and over, were poor people that was told that they was going to get a leverage up. Poor racist people that want to make America great again. You middle class. And that's what Muscadine wanted to do, is destroy middle class. You can't make it great. It was never great. It was never great. Just like, remember the name Sasha Riley? Do you know Sasha is speaking out? Do you know Sasha is a man who was supposedly essayed by the pedophile who's speaking out and said not only did the pedophile do him, but he did the pedophile? Talking about the other boys, how they unalived themselves because they couldn't deal with it. Talk about the man that adopted him, gave him over to Epsom salt, and the men would have their way with him and others and did some horrendous things. But see, Petro the pedophile, he wants everything to go on Bill Clinton's back. Bill and Hillary said they'll go to court and they'll testify publicly about his involvement in those files. But he said Petro's still a pedophile, gotta come too. They trying to act like Petro pedophile. He said he ain't answering nothing. But that's what happens when you get a 34 count indictment and they found guilty, and you let a criminal run America in the ground like he ran his businesses. All of his businesses bankrupt. And then he told the people, if you don't become a part of my board, this is going to happen. And that's going to happen. He told that to the French. You got to pay him $1 billion. It's going in his personal account. Well, guess what's done happened? The French said you will no longer get no more of their wine, because he put a $200 tariff on him. Well, after he said that he was running Europe, Denmark, and all these other places, Europe said they're no longer going to do business with America. Some of y'all stocks and y'all bonds and your 401ks, your 403bs, your 457bs are fin to be jacked to the 10th power. The goal is to just run middle class. It would just be rich and poor. Rich, no more middle class. Rich, poor. That's what we up against. And you still got 40% of people that still believe in this man. You still got 40% that's still hanging on by a thread, that is supporting this clown. Well, that's what you get. They say you are what you eat. You are. They used to say where you eat and where you lay down is where you sleep. And they say if you lay down with dogs, you get fleas, right? So, I don't feel bad for none of those people. I don't feel bad for Hispanics, Latinos for him, blacks for him. I don't feel bad for those Haitians that were for him. Any other nationality. Because God created man in his image and after his likeness, and he created us equal. So, if you chose to do that, then you're going to suffer the consequences for your vote. Your vote, your choice, your decision. Now, we got a black pope, honey, Pope Leo. The Vatican is probably mad when they found out that the grandparents was both black and they had a black daughter. You can't confuse it. You can't come along and say, well, no, his mama wasn't all the way. Yes, she was. It says Mildred belonged to Leo and Joe. And Mildred is Robert Francis' mom. Now, who she get Robert Francis by? I don't know who she slept with. But you can't even denounce it. He's direct. It'd be no different if I was an Indian. Be no different than with Cherie. She direct descended to them Indians. Because of her granddaddy. Now Europe don't want to deal with us. So now, here we go. We're going to be an island by ourselves. We are not even designed. We cannot even hold our own food. If you go to the grocery store, you're going to realize a lot of stuff you like is slowly creeping off. It's thinner. It's less of it. The cut of it is not the same. You go get some cowboy cut pork chops. They thin. They look just like thick pork chops. And there's a leak in the building. There's a leak in that old White House, and it's VD mascara. VD mascara. Him and pedophile stealing Petro are fighting because the pedophile did not want him as his VP. And he done quit dealing with Mega, and he's dealing with GOP. GOP, are you with me? And he says that he's out to get it. So they went to this journalist's house and said, where are you getting all this information? Who's telling you directly at the White House what is going on? And the journalist said, am I under arrest? I got facts and proof. Am I under arrest? Did I do something wrong? No. We're trying to find out. We are trying to investigate as a leak there. Because basically everything the journalist is reporting can be backed up. And anybody watched him yesterday ought to know something is wrong with this 80-year-old man. Anybody knows, after you saw him yesterday, the way he babbled on about nothing, that there's got to be something wrong. And he's still saying that he's not that he's still not saying he's not going to go to war. Now, keep in mind, all of NATO done said, if you mess with Greenland, we are going to come against America. All these different countries that are supposed to be allies together in an alliance, working together in friendship, it's going to be all of us against America. Now, here's your problem. This is what my brother-in-law, who was in the Marines, told me. The problem is, it's not that America does not have a lot of more people in the military or a stronger military base. The problem is, he said, when you go to war, you have to give each branch a time to recuperate in order to go into war. But if you're going to use all of them at the same time, then he says it's going to be a problem. And they could wear us down with the amount of people, because he said our first battle may be against Norway and Sweden. We still battling. When we get them down, then here comes in Europe. He says, then here comes in China. He says, then here comes in another. He says, so you fighting all these countries with one country, with one nation. He said, that's going to be a hard battle for America to win. And he says, I walked around war zones. I've been in countries that are third world. And he said, we're not going to like walking around with people in the military, walking around with guns, telling us where we can come and go, not knowing when a bomb is going to drop. He said, and the difference is, like in Israel, every house is built with a bomb shelter. My brother-in-law has done 2 wars. And he says they're built. And he says it's something else. They strap bombs to babies and everything. And our government is so horrible. Do y'all remember when X, Fiddle Faddle, was releasing all that child pornography because of the hardware that they're allowing to be used there? How about other countries banned that hardware, but America just put it in our Pentagon to use it as part of our hardware? Something like that. AI. We are no more valuable than we are some new computer system that Gates and the group. And see, the only reason why he let Van Dinkelwinkle be the VP, because Fiddle Faddle Peter Thiel Thottle Thiel said, we ain't gonna back you and give you the money to be president if you don't put there who we want. Yeah, and I said it, and you don't ever have to watch me. And if you still support Agent Orange, the built backwards question mark buffoon, daddy dumping pants, Petro the pedophile stiller, I wouldn't want you to watch me anyway. And I don't miss you. And God have to help me, because I have no use for you. And I ask God every day to touch my heart, because I don't want my heart. I just really have to be honest, because God knows. He knows. So if you see me and you act dry, I know, because you voted for me, you still stand with it. So you don't have to speak. Be you. Be dry. I would recommend you be dry as somebody with eczema, psoriasis. I really would. Flaking and itching and scratching, and keep it moving. Because the very jail you thought you was planting for people of color, you're going to fall in it. You thought the DEI was just for black people. But now you women trying to raise your children by yourselves, Now you white people and you white women, you can be told no to. You are part of that. Little did you know. Y'all all know that Roosevelt's wife liked women. All you got to do is go watch their documentary. She dressed like a man. He had polo. He wasn't doing nothing. She all the time was going over there in that village, bumping and grinding and rubbing up against a woman. So she wanted to make sure the LGBTQ community was getting something. She didn't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Literally. I'm telling y'all, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. I think it's ringing with a harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it sound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song. Yes, sir. Listen, I got me a gift from Marsha McNeil. I got me something from Miss Margaret Richardson. I got something from Debbie Gordon, Mama Out of Woods, Miss April McKinney, and Miss Catherine Neely. And we're going to open up all this stuff. And I ain't done. And we're going to open up this box because we need to take a bathroom break. Class needs breaks. So class, you can go pee, do whatever you got to do. You ain't going to miss nothing. I'm waiting to come back. We're going to keep moving expeditiously. So, I got a big box of stuff. A big box. And I'm going to pull the things out of the box because the box is big. And she gave me some beautiful Christmas stuff too. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? Thank you, Margaret. You finna be put up so nicely. I'm gonna put you over there. I slipped me hand. I'm not gonna put. Ain't he beautiful? Look at Father. Look at this thing right. Honey. He said, shh. Oh, I just love Christmas so much. Thank you so much. My comments have stopped, but I'm going to try to get them going back over here on his phone. Because see, Dick and Calvin, he all the time, when he come in, it messes me up. Lift every voice and sing till earth. You know what it is? Let me go back down and see if I'm online. Ring with the harmony. Look, it won't even show me. They shadow banning me. My God, from Zion. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Am I frozen? Oh, well. Drop my... Ring with the harmony. Yeah, y'all, it won't let me see myself. It's got me offline. Y'all know how they get mad. Let me go in. See if I can find me regular. Let's keep opening my gifts. It's okay. See what else I got. Oh my God, Lord. I don't know why she did this for me. Oh, and I can use all the bubble wrap. That's the gift that keeps on giving too. And then I'm not done. I'm not done. Even though I can't see myself and I might be offline. Deacon Calvin and called and said, Mother, get offline and start it over. So evidently, y'all can see me, I can't see myself. Ring with the harmony. Trying to get there, y'all. Long as y'all can see me, I can't see myself. They got me blacked out. So that's why my numbers are not growing. Long as y'all can see me that's on here, just stay on here. They shadow banning me. See? This is proof. I must be telling the truth. Because they messing with my page. I must be telling the truth.
Please leave your message for...
Daddy dumping pants got you blocked.
Uh-huh. Oh, they broke. Oh, it's broke.
I can see you. You fine.
I'm fine. It's broke, Deacon Calvin. They broke my bumblebee. I'm gonna have to super glue it.
Hey, bro.
You know what? It came in broke. You know how that go. They done rough-housed it. But you know what? I'm gonna use me some of that glue. Yeah, Daddy Dumping Pants got me. You like that one better?
Yeah.
Daddy Dumping Pants got me, baby.
I'm sorry. Got you blocked.
He got me blocked. Him mad. Him is mad. Y'all can see me. As long as y'all can see me. Y'all stay on here now.
You can see you in the comments clear.
You can see my bumblebee. They cute. We'll hang it outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, love you.
I love you. My baby said y'all can see me, so as long as y'all can see me, stay on. Ain't that cute? Yes, you was an indentured servant. Yes, you was, man. Oh, yes, you was. They made you pay all these diaries, and they did all these kind of things to you. Your own people. Your own YT people. They made y'all work for free like they did the Hispanics and cheap labor. Yes, they did. Oh, yes, they did. I don't got nothing to do with them. Just telling you. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Because they made y'all work in the sun. And I want to tell y'all some stories. Oh, this week is going to be dedicated to my YT people. I want to give them a little bit of their history. I want to tell them how they use God's house and how they use the church. As auction blocks and what they did. That's why it's such an evil wickedness around the church. That's why there's so many people to this day do some most malicious, nasty things. Get that picture, Gene, in the church. Because of the things that have been happening in the church. So many things have been happening down through the years in that church. Let's open up some cards. Thought I had glasses. And just like that, they in the kitchen, but she already mopped, so I can't go in there. This is from Miss Kimberly Neal. And it was a Merry Christmas card from Miss Kathy Neely. Thank you so much. This, I know what's in here. And I'm going to see if I can still cash this. This lady blessed me. Miss Margaret Johnson Richardson, thank you. And I read your letter. And I'm going to see if your phone number on here. I'm going to call you and thank you for this. I don't tell nobody what I get because that really ain't nothing important. I don't think you should know what other people give other people if you ain't giving. This is Deborah Gordon from Littlefield, Texas. She sends her dues in every month. And she gives me a little letter. I've called her 3 times, but I can't get her to answer. And I appreciate her contribution to me. This is from Miss Ida Woods from Shelbyville. You got Littleton, now you got Shelbyville. People in Texas like me, baby. And they do. Thank you. My old people sends in a little love to me. And this is from April McKinney from our Marcher. I can't never say it, Georgia. Our Marcher. You do so many things for so many people. I am grateful to be one of them. Thank you. Keep doing what God has for you to do. I really enjoy watching you. Love, April. I love you, April. Thank you, April. I hope I can still catch these checks. Gotcha, April. She said, get 18. Look at my card. It's a honeybee card. And then she just gave me some honeybee stationery. I love honeybee stationery. I don't know why I like stationery, but I have so many books, stationery. I love them. Like, I like to write stuff, and I like for my paper to be open and you flip it back and it be so nice and clean. I just love it. She gave me some, y'all use the bathroom? She gave me some bumblebee cards. And they're honeybees. And I can go write anything I want in these cards. And I like these. I need to order me some of these. And you know, the honeybee is the Georgia state insect is the honeybee. I never knew that. I just knew that God said he was sweeter than the honey on a honeycomb. And I never, you know, I know we got the Georgia Tech Hornets, but this is so nice. So I've got me 3 of these. I'm going to have to look into getting me more of these. So I hope y'all all right. I'm so sorry I can't see y'all comments, but I done got. Y'all know how they go. They gonna slow up my production. Honey, that's why I ain't got nobody on here watching me. They can't get to me. And when they press it on, I went under my other page to see. And so when you click on it, it's just circulating. Yep, like my cable is out. And you know better. I could be doing other things. Ain't no use in you get mad at me. Like, I didn't tell y'all cult leader to get on TV and say some of the most outlandish, dumb things. And now you sit up there and told somebody you was a president of their country. And now they say, nope, we're sorry. We're not fooling with y'all. I see we back on a little bit. We hear and can see you. Okay. I'm frozen again, but okay. No, Miss Brenda's not. Unfortunately, I got updated all my stuff. It's because you have to tell the truth. And the truth will set you free. And I'm just sitting here really, as I sit here contemplating. I haven't done nothing but tell y'all what's on the news. I haven't done nothing but report to you live from where I'm at about what he's doing. I haven't done anything else. Did you not watch it? Did you not see the words that came out of his mouth yesterday? When I was on, the day before yesterday, when I was on here, somebody said, the president is live as you speak. I had my other phone. But you get mad when other people repeat what the repeat offender done said. I don't get it. So if he messes up, or if he tells us stuff, like he's going to continue to get oil from Venezuela, or that he still may do war on Greenland, we can't repeat what Fox News reports. We can't repeat what fake Fox says. Well, when can we repeat what the leader of the free world tells us? When is it okay for us to repeat what we see? Because I thought if we were going to be a monopolized dictatorship country, that you got to listen to your leader and you repeat what the leader says. I had no idea that you couldn't repeat what they say. Because he said they calling him daddy. Daddy, will you be my daddy? Daddy, I need a daddy. Daddy, won't you rain down on me? Well, after he did that, Europe said, we ain't never called you daddy. And now we're not going to sell anything to the United States of America. We're going to deal with China. So now you done messed up again. You done lost Canada. You done lost the French. And you just lost Europe. You ain't ran Europe. And you already know that prime minister, your son's daddy, y'all don't even like each other. You about to make New York, Chicago, Wisconsin, and all them people have higher light bills than anybody in the United States of America, or be without power, period. That's somebody really caring for your people. What you gonna do? Mess up those states to where don't nobody have way live in them because they don't have the amenities that they need to live there? They're messing with me again. There is only 3 million acres of black farmland in the whole United States of America. That's it. It's not our farms. We don't get the money white farmers got. We didn't get the money that farmers on 100 acres and thousands of acres of land got. So we can handle it. So now it's just a matter of what's next. I feel like color purple. What's going to be on the wall next? Living in America. Look at our flag. Look what the 50 stars that spangle. Look at, I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I can't forget the men who gave their lives for me. I asked my brother-in-law, how did it feel to you for him to have somebody from Saudi Arabia in the White House shaking hands after you fought in that war? He said, not good, I can tell you that. He said, that was messed up. He said, that was messed up. I don't feel like going back and forth today with Facebook. They're hindering me, and I can be doing other things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get off of here. If you want to place your orders for your sweets, email me at Mama's Comfort Cooking, MAS Comfort Cooking at gmail.com. I don't have time for this today. I have a lot of people placing orders. So I gave them a list. Let me give you a list of all my squares. I got red velvet, lemon, strawberry and lemon mix, Jubilee. That's just a combination of coconut, pineapple, strawberry, and lemon. Maybe red velvet. I got sweet potato, coconut. Let me start over. It's like 12 of them. I'm going to start with the new ones. Jubilee, banana nut bread, peach cobbler, coconut, sweet potato, lemon, strawberry and lemon mix, hummingbird, carrot, red velvet, and I've got brownies. Upon request, I can do you some peanut butter squares. So that's my square combination. Cakes, I just bake whatever kind of cake you want. Certain times of the year, I don't bake certain cakes because they will sweat and melt. I really love baking pound cakes more than layers, but I will bake you a layer cake. Red velvet. I'm not big on baking. I don't bake key lime. Can I bake one? Yes. I never get requests for key lime cakes. Right? I do caramels. I do chocolate on chocolate, vanilla chocolates. I do lemon. Your typical like cakes, you know what I'm saying? Nothing extravagant. And then I bake, and I'm working on my mini collection. My mini collection actually is affordable, and it's doing really good because people tend to be able to afford the minis better. So I've been doing that, and it's been real good. I run out quick, and I have to rebake. So that's why I'm like, if you want it, then make sure you let me know so that I can accommodate you. All right. I would love to start this over, but I don't know if I should. And I can do layer lemon cakes. That's no problem. 3 layers if you want it. That's not a problem. You have to just email me your request. mamascomfortcooking@gmail.com. And let me tell you something. Things are going to look up. And we're going to be forced into being self-employed. But guess what? All these buildings are going to be left for us to go and inhabit. You don't have to worry about a thing. We're going to walk in. And we're going to go get what's ours. And all we got to do is sit back and let the other people do the work. And we go get it. Like that song say, go get your blessing. Everything the cankerworms took away, God gonna restore. I'll come back. I'm gonna hang this up real quick because I can't see you. And I'm gonna let you know how to order your stuff. I'll be right back.